Hey warrior, there will come a night, perhaps 10 years from now, perhaps 30, perhaps sooner than you dare imagine, when every light in the house is finally off and the silence becomes so complete that you can hear your own heartbeat counting down the last of your remaining days. On that night you will sit alone, maybe on the edge of a bed, maybe in a chair you no longer have the strength to leave, and the entire weight of every single hour you ever wasted will descend upon your chest like a mountain of iron. You will remember the exact mornings you chose another 9 minutes of sleep instead of the man you swore you would become. You will remember the exact evenings you let the blue glow of a screen steal another piece of your irreplaceable soul while your dreams sat in the corner gathering dust and shame. You will remember every single time you whispered tomorrow like a prayer to a god who has never once answered a single procrastinator in the history of the world. And on that night, when the excuses finally run dry and the mirror no longer lies, you will finally understand what the ancient Stoics carved into marble and into their own flesh 2,000 years ago. You never had time. You only ever had choices, and almost every one of yours was cowardice wearing the mask of patience. Seneca stood in the marble corridors of absolute power, surrounded by men who owned continents yet died miserable, and spoke the most devastating sentence ever written about human existence. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste so much of it. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not beggars of time, we are its spendthrifts. My friend, if your lungs are still pulling in air, it is not too late. But it is infinitely later than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. Today, I am not here to sprinkle cheap motivational glitter on your open wounds. Today, I am here to hand you 9 blades, each one forged in the coldest, hardest, most unforgiving fire of Stoic truth. 9 blades that will slice through every lie you have ever told yourself about why you are still waiting, still preparing, still getting ready to get ready. If you have the raw courage to listen to every single word, to feel every cut, and to act before this video ends, then procrastination will bleed out on the floor tonight, and it will never rise again in your presence. Before we draw first blood, prove to me, prove to your future self, prove to the version of you who is dying right now from neglect, that you are finished living half dead. Like this video right now, subscribe and turn on the bell so hard the button cracks. And in the comments, write the only sentence that matters from this moment until your last breath. I build my life now. Write it like a blood oath. Write it like the first line of the new contract you are signing with your own soul. Let us begin. Truth number 1, you are going to die, and you have already spent far more of your life than you have left to live. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful human being who ever walked this earth, woke up every single morning inside a palace guarded by legions, surrounded by servants who would kill or die at his whisper, and the very first thing he did was sit on the edge of his bed and remind himself out loud, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." He did this not because he was morbid. He did this because he refused to be seduced by the greatest lie the human mind ever invented, the word tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most expensive word in any language because it costs everything and delivers nothing. Tomorrow is the silent assassin that has murdered more dreams than failure, criticism, and poverty combined. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow," you are signing a promissory note that your future self will have to pay with compound interest in shame, regret, and the crushing knowledge that you betrayed the only life you were ever given. So I command you to do something right now, while my voice is still in your ears. Open your phone, open your calendar. Block the next uninterrupted 90 minutes of today, not tomorrow, today, for the single most important thing you have been avoiding for weeks, months, or years. Do it before you hear another syllable from me. I will wait in absolute silence. 20-second silence, plus on-screen countdown. If you did it, a chain just broke inside your chest. If you didn't, then ask yourself why you are still choosing to lose the only war that actually matters. Truth number 2. Comfort is the slow, silent, smiling suicide of everything you could have become. Seneca watched emperors, senators, and generals drown themselves in rivers of wine and pleasure while their empires crumbled around them, and he wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality, yet we choose the imaginary comfort of doing nothing over the real greatness of doing something hard." You do not procrastinate because the task is too difficult. You procrastinate because beginning the task means stepping out of the warm, addictive bath of mediocrity you have trained your nervous system to crave. Every time you choose another episode instead of the blank page, every time you choose another hour of scrolling instead of the cold iron of the gym, every time you choose just 5 more minutes instead of now, you are casting a vote for the version of you that will die average, unnoticed, and filled with the quiet horror of knowing you never truly lived. The Stoics did the exact opposite on purpose every single day. They took ice-cold baths when steaming marble pools waited. They ate coarse bread when banquet tables groaned under the weight of delicacies. They walked barefoot across frozen ground when golden chariots stood ready. They did this not because they hated pleasure, but because they refused to become its prisoner. Tonight, when the siren song of comfort rises in your chest like a warm tide, stop, breathe, and ask yourself one question that will change everything. Is this comfort, or is this slow suicide? Then choose the pain that builds muscle, character, legacy, and a life someone will actually remember. Truth number 3. Your feelings are lying dictators, and you have been their loyal subject for far too long. Epictetus was born a slave. His master grabbed his leg and twisted until the bone snapped and left him crippled for life. Yet from that broken body he forged a mind so free that emperors begged for his counsel. And he looked at the world and declared, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." You do not feel like it. You feel fear wearing the disguise of tiredness. You feel the ego screaming that it might look foolish. You feel the terror of being exposed as a beginner when you want to be worshipped as a master. But the Stoic does not negotiate with terrorists. He does not wait to feel brave before he acts bravely. He does not wait to feel disciplined before he behaves with discipline. He acts, and the feeling follows like a loyal dog that finally learns who its true master is. The blank page does not care that you are uninspired. The barbell does not care that your muscles are sore. The business you dream of does not care that your bank account is small. Your feelings are weather. Your actions are architecture. Truth number 4. Perfectionism is cowardice wearing an expensive 3-piece suit and speaking perfect Latin. You tell yourself, "I need the perfect plan, the perfect morning routine, the perfect lighting, the perfect playlist, the perfect mood." That is not wisdom speaking. That is fear speaking through a megaphone. Seneca cut straight through the illusion with a blade sharper than any sword Rome ever forged. While we wait for life to become perfect, life passes. The ugliest first draft ever shipped is infinitely more valuable than the masterpiece that exists only in your imagination. The terrible workout you actually completed is worth 1,000 perfect ones you only planned. The messy, awkward conversation you finally had is worth more than the perfect one you rehearsed in the shower for 5 years. Start ugly, start scared, start small, start messy, start now. Momentum is a jealous and hungry god. It only blesses those who sacrifice perfection on its altar and offer the bleeding heart of good enough today. Truth number 5. Distraction is the new opium of the masses, and you, my friend, are a full-blown trembling addict. Every notification is a needle. Every just one more video is another hit. Every endless scroll is another chain forged around your ankles by strangers who profit from your captivity. Epictetus looked at the richest men in Rome drowning in luxury yet miserable and declared, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When you reach for your phone instead of your purpose, you are not resting. You are surrendering your sovereignty. You are handing the steering wheel of your life to algorithms designed by billionaires who have never met you and do not care if you die tomorrow unfulfilled. Tonight, before you close your eyes, do this. Open your phone. Delete the 3 apps that have stolen the most hours, days, and years from your one wild and precious life. Not tomorrow, not next week, tonight. Burn the boats. There is no in moderation for a slave trying to become a king. Truth number 6. Regret does not knock. It slips in quietly, unpacks its bags, and lives with you forever. Seneca stood at the bedsides of dying emperors and recorded their final words with brutal honesty. Not one ever whispered, "I wish I had rested more." Not one ever gasped, "I wish I had watched another season." Not one ever croaked, "I wish I had scrolled more." They all said the same thing, with tears cutting tracks through the dust on their cheeks. "I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me." The pain of showing up when you don't feel like it is measured in ounces. The pain of looking back at 70 and realizing you never truly showed up is measured in tons that crush the human soul into powder. Choose your suffering wisely, warrior, because you will suffer either way. Truth number 7. You are not too busy, you are too afraid. You are afraid of looking stupid. You are afraid of working harder than everyone around you and still failing. You are afraid that if you give absolutely everything and come up short, it will finally prove once and for all that you were never special, never chosen, never enough. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of half the known world, still had to talk himself out of bed every single morning like a common soldier. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, "I have to go to work as a human being." If the most powerful man who ever lived could not use excuses, neither can you. Busyness is the last refuge of the coward. Courage is spelled T-I-M-E. And you have exactly the same 24 hours that built Rome, wrote meditations, and turned slaves into sages. Truth number 8. The world will never hand you urgency on a silver platter. You must forge it yourself in the fire of your own will. No one is coming to save you. No one will break down your door at 5 a.m. and drag you to your destiny. No one will care in 10 years that you meant to start. The Stoics manufactured urgency the way blacksmiths forge steel, with hammer blows of deliberate remembrance. Here is your weekly ritual. Every Sunday night, take a single sheet of paper and write your own obituary exactly as it would read if you died tomorrow morning. Write it with ruthless honesty. Write how little you have built, how many dreams you abandoned, how many mornings you betrayed yourself, how many nights you chose pixels over purpose. Then spend the next 7 days making that obituary a lie. Do this every week until the man or woman in the mirror becomes someone you would be proud to die as. Truth number 9. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Wishing harder changes nothing. Hoping longer changes nothing. Waiting for the perfect burst of motivation changes nothing. The Stoic builds systems so unbreakable that greatness becomes inevitable, not optional. Phone locked in the kitchen at 9 p.m. every single night. No exceptions, no negotiations. Workout clothes laid out the night before like a warrior's armor before battle. One sacred, non-negotiable hour every morning that belongs only to your future self, guarded like the gates of Rome. A daily standard written in blood. If you break it, you have betrayed your own soul and the ancestors who fought for you to even exist. When your systems are stronger than your feelings, procrastination starves to death in a corner and is never heard from again. Bonus truth. The 10th blade, the one they never speak aloud because it is too brutal for most hearts. You will never feel ready. You will never feel worthy. You will never feel like the version of you who has already succeeded. That feeling you are waiting for. It does not exist on this side of the first step. It is not a prerequisite. It is the reward. The Stoics knew this savage secret. The confidence you crave, the discipline you worship, the identity you pray for. These are not things you find. They are things you forge in the fire of repeated action when everything inside you screams to stop. Seneca wrote, It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. You are waiting to feel like a different person before you act like a different person. That is the final, most insidious form of procrastination. So hear me now, warrior, and let this be the blade that ends all waiting. Stop trying to become the person who is ready. Act like that person today, for 5 minutes, for 1 hour, for 1 day, and the feeling will chase the action like a starving wolf chasing blood. The version of you who wakes up at 5 a.m. does not feel more energized than you. He simply stopped negotiating with weakness. The version of you who is lean and strong does not love burpees. He simply stopped waiting to love them. The version of you who is wealthy and free did not wait for certainty. He acted while terrified and adjusted along the way. There is no future moment when the stars align and you suddenly feel unbreakable. There is only this moment, right now, where you decide to move before you feel like moving. The feeling you are chasing is on the other side of the doing. So do it scared, do it tired, do it doubtful, do it broke, do it ugly. Do it anyway, because the brutal, beautiful truth is this. You do not need to feel ready to act like the person you want to become. You only need to act long enough for the feeling to finally recognize its master and come home. That is the 10th blade. Wield it today and procrastination dies forever. Warrior, we are finished with theory. We are finished with understanding. Understanding without immediate, ruthless action is just another sophisticated form of hiding. Here is your final, non-negotiable command. Pause this video right now. Stand up wherever you are. Walk. Do not run. Walk with purpose to the place where your dreams have been gathering dust for far too long. The notebook, the guitar, the running shoes, the business plan, the message you need to send, the book you need to finish, the body you need to rebuild, the life you need to reclaim. Set a timer for exactly 10 minutes. Do the first 10 minutes of the thing that scares you most in this world. I do not care if it is terrible. I do not care if your hands shake. I do not care if your voice cracks or if you cry. 10 minutes. I will wait in total silence. Welcome back. You just executed the old version of you in public. That version is dead. It will never return. From this moment forward, every single morning when your alarm sounds, you will rise like a soldier called to war and whisper the only words that matter until your dying breath. I build my life now. Every single night before sleep, you will look yourself dead in the eyes and ask one question. Did I become more today, or did I merely survive another day? There is no middle ground anymore. There is no kinder anymore. There is only the builder or the corpse. Comment right now, scream it into the void, I build my life now. Then tag 3 warriors who are still asleep and send them this video like you are dragging them out of a burning building. Smash the like button so hard the algorithm feels it. Subscribe and turn on the bell because in 72 hours I return with another message forged in fire that will cut even deeper. Until then, remember you must die, so stop living like you have forever. The obstacle is the way. Go build your empire, one disciplined dawn, one unbroken promise, one final refusal to betray yourself at a time. I'll see you in the arena.